In the days of old, when a king found his queen, the masses would travel from lands far and wide to witness the momentous occasion.
Nina, I love you so much.
The act of this engagement meant that finally, the ruler had found the one to be his official consort. No outside entity within the kingdom or beyond could deter the king's choice. Once made, any debate or opposition towards the bride-to-be would result in the kingdom reigning for your execution.
Amount of meat on this bone.
On your bone?
And your life would literally be held onto by the hand of the king. Fast forward to today's modern society, where in the beginning stages of a YouTube royal engagement, war was provoked. Here, influencers and warriors will meet in the squared circle.
I mean, it seems that people really want Logan's fiancée to be having sex on camera.
After Twitter-triggered emotions and reputable names have been slandered, it is on these platforms and various social media spaces. Anything goes and nothing is off limits, even the purity of the bride-to-be. On October 14th, an accusation will be addressed. As the social media allegation was made public, it reached thousands within minutes, seemingly deterring eyes from the actual bout.
And be like, oh, this is awesome. He has a fiance that's trans, so I thought she was.
Fucked.
And then I looked it up.
But also adding fuel to the fire simultaneously. All this will be dealt with face to face and not behind a screen.
Don't get me started on Nikki, bro.
Yeah, don't let me get started about your dad that used to beat you and Jake, so shut the fuck up.
It's crazy how
You see Jake's
hypercritical
document?
you are.
Appendages will be hurled rather than words and slander. But before that day comes, we will expose who drew first blood, who has already bested the other in a mind game attack. Keep watching to find out who ultimately won the first battle before the war that is between Logan Paul and Dillon Danis. There is no peace in the land of Logan Paul. The YouTube veteran turned celebrity, turned podcaster, turned pro wrestler phenom has found success in many ventures outside the ring, only to void his return after his 2019 exhibition bout with Floyd Money Mayweather. Mayweather undoubtedly outclassed Paul in the exhibition and sent the YouTuber on a 2-year lull in his boxing career. Many would say Mayweather ended it. Logan would turn to other ventures within the 2 years to further his career and success outside of the boxing ring. He produced his own podcast, created an energy drink empire, and signed with a major pro wrestling organization until August 8th, 2023, where Paul announced to the Twitterverse that he would finally be making his return to the boxing ring. But who would be his worthy opponent? Who could draw the YouTube royal out from his many successions outside the ring? Enter Dillon Danis, aka El Jefe.
Like he was like, pull up,
I
Dillon,
think he
pull
said
up.
something.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
you
yeah.
joined.
Yeah,
You
I
joined his
joined his
live and
live.
you said
or
something.
whatever. Yeah.
Danis is no stranger to the world of combat. He's an accomplished Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner and a Bellator MMA fighter, with 2 fights still under contract under the organization, though he hasn't seen ring time since his last MMA fight in June 2019. He first made a name for himself in BJJ by winning several high-profile tournaments and earning himself a black belt when he was 19 years old. Just 4 years after taking up the sport, El Jefe had a promising career in the BJJ discipline and appeared destined to dominate the world of jiu-jitsu. And by 2019, he also earned a 2-0 MMA record, with both wins by submission. Despite achieving his accolades as a BJJ and MMA fighter, Danis seemed to have an interest in taking the fight to the boxing ring, where he had something to prove to upcoming YouTubers turned boxers. Danis' last fight was arranged between another notable YouTube royal, KSI. On January 14th, 2023, Danis and KSI would meet in London, England, to settle a score between pro fighter and pro YouTuber. But that fight never came into fruition, due to Danis withdrawing from the fight almost 1 week before the bout. Where could Danis find redemption in backing out of arguably the most prolific fight of his career? In the 2-year absence from his fighting career, paired with his many endeavors outside of the ring, Logan Paul found time to pursue other ventures, more akin to his personal life. Nina Agdal, a Danish model who has made appearances in Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue, topped Logan's list of pursuits, and after 1 year of courtship, became his fiancée.
I mean, it would cost a fortune.
Approximately 1 month after his engagement, and only 1 day after the occasion was made public via vlog on Logan's YouTube channel, Paul announced on Twitter that he would be making a return to the boxing ring against Danis. El Jefe had his own announcement. With his large social media following paired with the Twitter platform, Danis began posting photos of Nina Agdel daily. The photos appeared to be of Agdel with men that were reportedly past lovers, possible relationship pursuits, and some that would appear to be memes, allegedly. Danis had enough photographic ammunition to continue to upload photos to his Twitter for 4 days continuously. Social media exploded. Danis would be awarded by many with the first blow in the battle before the war. An unguarded jab that drew first blood and would shake the posture of the fairy tale engagement that Logan and Nina built up just 1 month prior. Danis would later inform the masses through social media that Paul had sent him a legal notice to stop the posting of his fiancée. After the engagement, fight announcement, and Twitter activity, Paul and Danis would meet at the fight press conference on August 22nd at Wembley Arena in the UK, where both could exchange words and sentiments in person, which they absolutely did. Danis seemed unapologetic and did not back down from his Twitter sentiments that were expressed in the days leading up to the media event. Paul displayed an eagerness to finally get his emotions out. Visually, he exemplified a person who had just been blindsided by his opponent and who desperately wanted to return the favor. But this spectacle of the press conference and the tension that had built up to this day between both Paul and Danis would not end in tradition. There would be no face-off between the two fighters, as it was cancelled when Danis was escorted out of the venue. The face-off between these fighters lies somewhere in the near future. One thing is certain, these two will eventually meet in the squared circle come October 14th, when all small battles have been scored, and the real war will take place in the AO Arena. Will there be peace in the land of Logan Paul? Will the YouTube royal avenge the name of his soon-to-be bride and once again live his fairy tale engagement? Or will Danis be able to capitalize on the first blood draw on Logan and execute an attack where he weighs heavy on his opponent's mind enough to occupy his headspace during the actual fight? We'll soon find out. But for now, that's the 411